Guys, I just finished my date and I am so embarrassed. I'm not gonna cry. Yeah, I'm not gonna cry.
What's up, family? It's your girl, Samantha Lee. What's up? I got something to say. I got something to say. I got something to say. Your girl got something to say. What's up? Okay, y'all. Today I got a video, and this one kind of broke my heart a little bit, y'all. But I've got to keep it real. I committed to y'all that I was gonna keep it real, so I'm gonna keep it real today. It's a young lady. It's a viral TikTok of a young woman who is expressing just a bad first date, and I got something to say. Needless to say. But before I get into the meat and messages, 4 things I want you to remember to do, okay? If you like the content that I'm putting out here in the universe, hit that subscribe button, be a part of our fast-growing Game Changer Nation. We are almost at 371,000, or no, we're over 371,000, and I don't want you to miss us growing. We taking it to the top, and I don't want you to miss a thing, okay? Number 2, hit that notification bell. As I upload content, I upload content almost daily. I go live once a week, and then I put out long form content. I don't want you to miss anything. Just hit the notification bell so you are aware of when your girl is doing something on this internet universe, okay? Okay, and number 3 is hit the like button for sure. Y'all don't know what that does. I mean, it's just something very simple, but man, it takes us so far. I don't want you to miss that either. Last but not least, I hope I've said everything. Last but not least, we have an ebook that is pinned down below. And I want you guys to go ahead and click that link and get the free ebook. It's Finding Your Perfect Match, Avoiding the Wrong Women. I talk about the warning signs, the red flags that some of y'all be missing now. I wrote it down. Can't say you don't know. All right. And then I also wrote down some of the signs of a good one. All right. I want you guys to look at that. Okay. And women, this is for you too. This might be helpful for you to see what are red flags, what are not. Are you a red flag or are you a green flag? Hey, it's wisdom. It's wisdom. And I mean, I'm going to be putting out more content. You'll be a part of the email list where I'm emailing you guys when I have prayers, words, when I'm touring, when I'm going to different places. I want you to be part of that. I want you to know. I want y'all to show up. I want to see Game Changer Nation. I want to meet y'all one day. Okay, I do. So go ahead and click that. And I'm going live every Wednesday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We like to chat it up. We like to talk about some hard things out there. We want to talk about some of these topics, because if we don't, it just keeps on going. And I've committed us to be game changers, right? We're here to change the game. We don't want to keeping this pattern and not talking about it. We got to talk about it so we can change it. So be a part of those conversations. They're so much fun. We have a blast. Okay. We have a blast. So I don't want you to miss a thing. All right. I'm done with all my announcements. I got to write these things down, y'all, because I be going off of memory, and sometimes my memory don't be serving me well. Y'all know your girl doing low carb right now, and I think it's affecting my memory. I do. I think not having carbs is affecting, or not having as many carbs as I normally would have is affecting your girl memory. I really do think that. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let's get into the meat of the message.
Guys, I just finished my date and I am so embarrassed. I'm not gonna cry. Yeah, I'm not gonna cry. I'm sorry, guys.
I don't like that we do this. This is my first thing. I don't like that we do this, because now you open yourself up to everybody's perception of you. Like, I feel like people want to vent, and I get it. Vent, right? But I just think that sometimes we're not wise. This is not wise. But anyway, let's keep going. Not everybody need to know everything, y'all. I mean, it really, we don't, everybody don't need to know everything. But
I had to clean myself up a little bit. Came, he came, and so the whole thing is we went to this restaurant he wanted to go to, and it was a little too expensive, but I don't know. I asked my sister for money, so we went. I had this dress on, and I changed because I just had this dress on and everything, and I had my hair out. Like, guys, I cut it, but it wasn't like this. I had it parted a little bit, and so I went.
so she didn't just go on the date. This must have happened like yesterday, a week after, whatever. Whatever happened didn't happen. It didn't just go on a date. Let's start there. And I'm thinking there's something there. I'm not really sure. Like, my therapist part of me is saying something else is going on with this young lady. I don't know. I'm not going to speak to what I'm thinking because I haven't sat down with her to have like an assessment, but to me, something else is going on. Okay, this is not just there's something else going on. I'm gonna leave it there. But she didn't just go on the date because you said you changed and your hair is different. So this might have happened a week ago, last night. Anyway, that's besides the point. I'm sorry. Let's go.
So I went in, and he was like looking around, like, oh, like he was looking for somebody else, and I was like, okay. I'm like, hey, I'm Tia, and then he was like, Tia. I'm like, yeah, it's for me from BLK. And then he was like looking confused, and he told me to sit down. So I sat down. I smiled, and he didn't smile back at me. And then he was like, I don't look like my pictures.
Woo! Okay, sis. You don't look like your pictures. Y'all, this is part of the problem with social media today. And I think my heart goes out to her because I can only imagine what that is. People want to come at you. I think that's why I've tried to, not, I feel like there's a lot more women now in the YouTube space, because, they're more confident with not being on with a filter, but this filter thing is going crazy. Okay. That's number one. You posting filtered pictures to your dating app is not the move. I mean, I understand if it was like a slight change, like maybe put makeup on your face, totally cool. But when it actually changes your face significantly, that is catfishing somebody, y'all. It is. Like, if I'm changing my face so significantly that when you see me, you're like, oh, that's not Sam. That don't look nothing like Sam. That, y'all, that you can't do that. I mean, as bad as it is that she went to the date, she's dressed up, she's excited, and she sees this guy, she obviously recognizes who he is, right? But men aren't using like face changing filters. But she recognizes who he is, but he looking at her like, who? You're who? You don't look nothing like the girl in the pictures. And looking at this picture, you don't look like your pictures. You don't. I mean, and it's not like a slight change. It's like a significant change. And that's not to be insulting to you. That's just to say, like, ladies, when we're putting ourselves out there to the universe, and y'all, let's be real. Let's just keep it real. Let's keep it real. Okay. When I used to do Miracle Mondays, when I did social media shows, I was doing Bible study every Monday. I wanted to use a filter, and I did. And I used filters that really significantly changed my face, my eye color, my nose, things like that. And there was somebody that I knew that I respected, that wrote me and said, listen, it dampens your message, or it gets in the way of your message because the filter. I can tell you're wearing a heavy filter. And, at first I was insulted. I'm like, what? Because we like, some of these filters be cute. You know what I'm saying? Some of these filters, you're like, I kind of want to look like my filter. Okay. And so you can get in your little feelings a little bit. But after a while, I realized what he was saying. You know, it does dampen the message when it looks like I'm wearing like a super heavy filter. My face and my nose and everything looks kind of different. I can understand it now. So now I'm so much more cognizant of that, especially because I'm on YouTube and I'm not. There is no filter on YouTube. There is no filter on Facebook. So now you got to be more comfortable with what your face looks like. People are going to see you. Okay, you can't look like a whole different person on Instagram and look like a whole different person on TikTok. Like you've got to look like you, right? And so I didn't even know I was going to start a YouTube at that time. I just was working on Instagram. So now that I'm on these different platforms, I'm very grateful because now I use either a lighter filter or no filter at all. That way people know who I am. So if I'm on a flyer, they're like, who is that? Like, no, that's me. You know, like I think that first of all, filters have been the detriment to society. Let's start there. Okay. It has caused insecurity in women in ways that we can't even imagine. Women are not feeling as beautiful at all anymore. It's increased our insecurity double time. Okay. That's Google. You can Google that. And so when we utilize a filter and now we're utilizing this filter that we think makes us look attractive and it's so different than what we actually look like, this type of stuff hurts because now you're saying that the vision of who I want to look like or what I think I look like isn't me. Now I'm like dealing with processing. I'm not as attractive as my filter. And y'all, this becomes a hot mess. It becomes a hot mess. And I'm not saying filters are the detriment to societies. I think these extreme ones are. I'm not going to lie to you, where it completely changes your face. It completely changes, you know, I think that because this filter right here completely changed her face. I mean, just completely changed her face. Like her nose, her cheeks, and who she is not unattractive, but that's not who he was attracted to. So he over here feeling like I got catfish, I got lied to, and she's over here like looking for the reassurance and acceptance from this man, and he like, I don't know you. So sis, as much as I want to empathize with you, and I do, because I know how I could only imagine how much that feels. I can only imagine like going into a situation and somebody telling you you're not as attractive as your filter, or that's how you heard it from what I can see. That is devastating. That is devastating. And I can only imagine. But on some level, you have to take ownership for using such an extreme filtered image on your dating app or dating page, because this is not a true reflection of what you look like. This man felt lied to, and maybe he didn't handle it well. In fact, we can get into the rest of the story. I don't know what else happened. But you can't put, like, ladies, do not put super filtered pictures on dating apps or dating pages and getting mad at guys when they feel like they've been catfished. That's what you did. You decided to put a picture of you with green eyes and you got brown. Okay? That's on you when you don't have those cheekbones, or your face isn't that thin, or your nose isn't that this way, or that's on you. Use a lighter filter or don't use a filter at all. Some of these filters just smooth out your face a little bit, or they mimic a lighting, whatever that may be. There are lighter filters that don't change your face so significantly to where you're unrecognizable. Use those filters. But if you're going to use a filter, but don't put a heavily filtered image on a dating page. No. Okay, let's keep going.
I do look like my pictures. I don't Photoshop anything.
You don't look like your pictures. You don't. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't. Like no. We're not doing that. No.
I smiled and he didn't smile back at me. And then he was like, I don't look like my pictures.
You don't. You don't.
Okay, I do look like my pictures. I don't Photoshop anything.
You don't. You don't. You don't look like your pictures. You don't. And I'm not saying like, even the face, your shape of your face is different, sis. Like it's not even like it. And you're not an unattractive woman. That's my whole point. You're not an unattractive woman. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. But that filtered image does not look like you. I mean, it looks like similar-ish, but it doesn't look like, I mean, y'all in the comments, tell me what y'all think in the comments. Am I wrong? I could be wrong. I could be 100% wrong. Let's go.
I tell everything how it is. I'm going to insert out of the end of the video the picture I put in. And he was like, just being so quiet through the meal and all that. He didn't even want to pay. I said, hey, I didn't bring my money with me. And then he eventually paid. And then now he sent me a request to pay for food. And that's not, I just don't understand. Why are men like this? Men are.
No. It's how I would do Soraya. No. No. I'm not going to let you do that now. Why are men like this? No. Why are women like this? Why do we feel the need to put a heavily filtered picture, convince ourselves that we look like that, and then get mad at a man because he's disappointed and he feels like he's been catfished? That's on you, sis. You can't blame another man because he looking at this image thinking it's really you and it's not you. It's your filter. Don't say why are men like that. That's gonna bother me. That's gonna trigger me a little bit. It's not. Take accountability. Dang, you don't look like your pictures. Okay? And I can tell that there's something else going on here in a mental health way. I could tell there's more here. And I hope you sit down with somebody and I hope that there's more to it because I don't want you to take, just because you don't look like your filtered image doesn't mean that you're an unattractive person. That's not what I'm saying at all. That's what you've taken this as. But you don't look like that image. And he's not wrong for feeling like he's been bamboozled. And so now, yes, maybe he hasn't handled it well, right? He hasn't handled it well, but it's not like, why is men like this? No. Why do women feel that they need to filter themselves to such a degree that someone doesn't even recognize them? And then being in a place of like delusion, like, I look like that image. You don't. You don't. And it's not even, you're not an unattractive woman. That's part of the problem. You're not an unattractive woman. You just put yourself in a bad position. Now he could have handled things better. I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna say he handled this perfectly. Okay, I don't even know how he handled it. But to cash app you after the date, if I was him, I would just pay for the date, made the best of it, and moved on, right? And just cut my losses. I ain't gonna hit her up no more. You ain't got to do all that. Now you being petty, and I understand. But she genuinely wasn't trying to catfish you. She genuinely felt she looked like that, and went on the date.
Evil.
Oh gosh, I don't know what the image was. I think the image was the one she showed. That was the image on the dating site, and that does not look like you. Men are not evil. Filters on Instagram are evil. Filters are evil. I don't even think filters are evil. I just think that when they can change your face to such a degree to where now, I mean, I'm not, again, filters are not evil. It's how we're using them. And then we get into situations like this where someone's like, you don't look like you. And I'm so disgusted with the fact that you don't look like you that I'm not going to treat you right on the date, which I'm not okay with. For the record, I'm not okay with that. But we can't say men are evil because he's saying you don't look like your pictures. He didn't call you out your name. He didn't say anything wildly disrespectful. He was disappointed because you don't look like your pictures. And you don't. But that's not you not being attractive. That's just you misrepresenting yourself by choosing a heavily filtered image of you as your main picture on a dating site. Ladies, that's not... I'm probably saying the same thing over and over again, so I'm not going to say it again. But that is not on men. How he responded is on him. But his disappointment is not him being evil. His disappointment is legitimate. He's allowed to feel disappointed. He's allowed to look at that image and look at you and be like, these are two different people. I feel lied to. And that's my thing. At some point, somebody is going to see you in person. At some point, they're gonna breathe the same air as you. And you would hope that they're attracted to the person that they see, right? The real image of you. That's why it's better to choose, if you, like I said, real or not as heavily filtered. I don't want to say it again because I don't say this so many times. I just hate that this happened, y'all. I really do. Because I feel for her, but I can't coddle. I have to say, like, that's not the only young lady, because I'm not coming at her. I'm coming at the behavior. I don't know her. I think she's sweet and I think she's genuine. I'm coming at the behavior. And this is not the only person that I know that is using images to represent themselves that look like nothing. They look nothing like the actual person. That's who they wish they looked like. How they view themselves as being attractive is through that filter. But that's not who they are. We have to grow into loving ourselves for who we are. And it's really, really hard today. It's really, really hard today to do that. And that's a whole nother video topic. That's a whole nother series. I think it's harder today for us to love ourselves for what we naturally look like than it's ever been before. All right, y'all. That was a heavy one, y'all. That hurt my heart. Comment below your thoughts. I want to know. I know I have mostly men that follow me on this channel. I want to know what y'all think. Because that was a hard one for me. That's a hard one. All right. All right, y'all. I love y'all. And I will see you in my next video of I've Got Something to Say. Love you guys. Hey guys, thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. Go ahead, hit the subscribe button, y'all. Let's not just be every once in a while. Let's become family, okay? Friends that are family, okay? Join my family today.